Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to replay analysis from
and dwarftough.
Today we are going to analyze replays from the Challenger Cup, StonyDrew versus clmates. We will start with the first game of the round on the Fallen Star Lake.
It was a quite long game with a lot of comebacks for both sides. It was quite long, but we'll see it in a moment. We'll start.
Point of
So
view.
clmates using his favorite color. He's dwarf here, and StonyDrew will be loyalist, as far as I remember.
Initial overview of the map. Map is very big and it basically helps loyalists a lot, especially against so small foot Nangan Alliance. From the other hand, there is very hard to defend both front villages, so it will be much harder to defend and will be much easier for loyalists to attack. So initially my bets are on loyalists, but we will see how players will use their factions.
Okay, let's see his initial. He started with a footpad and 2 griffs.
Yeah, and enemy started with 3 cavalry. It's quite alright recruits. People usually use 2 or 3 scouts in the beginning, and footpath on the left side is quite okay because he will be able to reach out to the front village because the different distance between these 2 villages is 7 movement points. So it's quite alright. Let's see a couple more turns before.
Now then, scouting is actually a pretty hard thing because it's always a dilemma between an expensive but superior Griffin Rider and cheap but not really tanky or damaging footpad.
Another problem is that footpad has no obligation on having 8 movement points, and usually you want you need to have 8 movement points to be able to grab all the villages you want to grab.
So its base moves is 7, right?
Yep. So he continues using his thieves and other hoarder stuff. And also we see the first dwarf in this army composition because griffins are not dwarfs, griffins are birds. Let's see what will they do here. We have like just village grabbing. Loyalists blindly bought the fourth cavalryman, and this is overkill from my perspective. Especially in this version, cavalryman has, I guess, 20% blade resistance. In the previous version, it had 70%. It was not 70, but 30%. It was much more tanky cavalry.
Against blade, sure.
Yep.
Blade is the main damage type
for orcs, for dwarves,
and kind of generally in the game for most factions actually.
Yep.
Like loyalist is kind of exception in this regard with Pierce maining.
And the rebels too. Yeah. So it's quite a big change, to be honest. So what we have here, both players have taken all their villages, and we are right in the time to start to pillage each other or to start to create our main armies. Not as much to comment here, but like only 4 cavalries is a thing for my concern here, because when he bought his 4th cavalryman, he didn't know the faction of the enemy, so it was a bit overkill. What if it was Drakes, for example? Yeah, Drakes in this map.
When would it be useful to have the 4th cavalryman?
It's okay versus dwarves. It would be quite alright versus Northerners, because versus Northerners you would give up your front village anyway, and then you would like to retake or attack enemy or the switch side time. I mean, from the night to the day, like on at dawn or at dusk. In our case, it will be dawn. Yeah, versus rebels, I don't think so because I would like to have my mages earlier than to allow rebels to collect all their power in one place. Um, who else? Who else? Versus Drakes, it's pretty questionable thing because cavalrymen are very vulnerable to pierce damage, which is main damage for main army unit for the nighttime, Lizard, and for the daytime, the Clasher.
And
So,
undead?
and versus Undead, it is good unit versus Undead. Um,
I think it has some cold resistance.
yeah, yeah, 20% I guess. Yeah, 20%. So it's quite alright. But Undead these days usually plays versus Loyalist in the army of mass skeleton archers. So,
Yeah.
but Fencer is another blade damage type of the unit who will attack those skeleton archers, also vulnerable to the pierce damage, and they have the same vulnerability. So
And a
20%.
bit resistant to cold, surprisingly.
Yep. So let's have a look.
So the fourth cavalryman here was okay, as far as I understood. You said it's okay against dwarves. He just booted blindly.
Yeah,
That was the
yeah.
objection.
It's a bit of ineffectiveness in case it will be drakes. It's quite alright versus Northerners, but it depends on the style of the player. So, but okay, it's maybe a bit ineffective versus Northerners, but overall not a problem. It's good versus Nalgans. It's below average versus Rebels. I would pick something else like Spear or Mage earlier and so on. So yeah, players just starting to collect their units, so nothing happens here. We could play turn by turn until some action starts, I guess.
It's nighttime, so Loyalist obviously prepares his daytime attack. He concentrates his forces on the top.
Yep. So he is basically trying to like attack from the north side
So
this way.
his army composition is pretty like simple. Spears, some cavalries, one fencer. What about dwarf? Like you have a lot of styles of playing dwarf, and what do we have here?
Here we have nothing actually. So we have like huge amount of loyalists. Wins 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Something here obviously. 9, 10. 10 units which are able to be on the front line and fight for this village in 2 turns. So first turn, second turn. And what do we have here? We have 2 dwarfs who will be able to hold line somehow, and all these thugs who are not able to hold anything. Oh, we have strong resilient poacher, which is good. This one is tanky one, but all the other are not that much. From the other hand, we have our griffins, but they are in the bottom, and we won't have any unit in this zone. So that's the problem. And if we move our leader to the bottom to recruit some units here, we would lose the top side of
Neglect
the
the
map.
top too much.
Yeah,
We have 45 gold actually. Looks like dwarf is like banking a bit or just delays his recruiting.
yep, yep. It's a good strategy, especially in case you would like to give up the village, because even if it's strong resilient guardman, it's anyway in the daytime it will be much harder for him to stay alive. But from the other hand, we don't have any highs here, heavy infantrymen. We don't have any mages here, so he will actually be quite alright because spears will attack him 6 at 3 or 5 at 3 versus him attacking back at 5 at 3, and he will have a bit higher chance to ignore attack, escape the damage.
Mhm.
So It will take a couple of full days to kill him, so maybe it's okay. But the second village, he will be in one village, and another village is somewhere. Maybe this one, we don't know. Second village will be given up. We couldn't do anything about it, and we want to start buying units. Maybe the right approach would be here to throw our footpath and dwarf fighter on the bottom. It will take a couple more turns for them to arrive here. Keep one griffin here, maybe somewhere nearby the end of the lake, so it will be visible for loyalists, and we are quite alright with it. What will be the point? The point will be that we could block any movement of cavalrymen to the bottom, and from the other hand, we are able to participate in fight for the village. For example, from this hex, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hexes to even take the village. And we have here very quick griffins.
Like fight with griffins and those guys to block any possible advance on the bottom.
Yep, and start recruit something dwarvish on the top side. Another approach would be go full hodder, buy mass poachers, maybe one more thief, Ulfsjörg. With the following idea, we will give up our village anyway, at least one, maybe two. We would like to go and run towards the spearmen and fight them at night time. It's another approach. I think I posted guide about it. I'm not quite sure about it because I never implemented it myself. But at least this is what some experts told me. Yep.
Okay, so the basic outline here is that we most probably lose 1 or 2 villages for the day.
Yep. We are not
From
able to
what?
defend them properly. Maybe the only way could be that we will use our leader to block the village, keep the guardsmen here. So we have loyalist will attack the village in 2 turns. In 2 turns it will be daytime. It won't be daytime. It would be dawn, right? Because we are player 1. It will be dawn. At dawn we could keep the village defended by dwarvish fighter, for example, this village. So dwarvish fighter here, guardsmen will be here. We are running here. In this case, I guess I will need a poacher going down. So because poacher will be able to do the damage to the cavalryman, which could try to sneak from the bottom to pillage our villages. Keep my griffins somewhere in the west north coast of the lake.
West Coast.
The
Right.
northwest coast of the lake. So they will be able to block cavalrymen and to go and initiate or participate in fight or initiate block. Because as you can see, this griffin is already blocking half of the way back to the loyalist villages. And if this griffin would be 1 hex higher or 2 hex higher, it would be able to block even this part of the route. So all the loyalists will run through this very tiny window, and in such case, when enemy is trying to run through a very tight window, they usually not able to use all their movement points, because when you move through the small window, you have a smaller area when you can end up your movement points, where you can end up your path. And if you have more units, you are not able to utilize all the itself. Yeah.
Blocking here right now during the night, because during the day we can just attack the griffin with good chances to.
No. Blocking at the dusk when loyalists will try to retreat.
Retreat. Okay. Makes sense. So I guess let's proceed probably.
Yep, and another point here is a gambit thing, that even if they try to attack Griffin, and even if they kill it, they would have to use like 2-3 units on it. So you're exchanging 1 Griffin into 3 enemy units, and 3 enemy units is like 24 experience points, which you would be able to land on the right units in the right time, which is also very, very important. So yeah, let's have a look. What's happening here? Yeah, Dwarf is preparing run back. The only problem here is that the bottom side of the map is pretty empty on his side. Loyalists are preparing their attack. They are quite alright. And right now, right here, loyalists have emptied their side, completely emptied their bottom, and I guess the Griffins would utilize this. What do you think? Oh, I guess you have
Most.
watched the game, right? You watched the game.
I don't really remember. I think I started watching from turn 16, I guess, and at turn 16 it was like loyalist doing some stuff, but was prevented from it. Alright, let's see. We'll see later. So loyalist looks a bit scary, to be honest. Quite a lot of units. And dwarves are not numerous, but they have 67 gold, but it's gold, so not units for now.
Yep. I guess we will recruit 4 units right now. Something like 2 poachers, one Ulfserk, one.
The portraits, isn't it too lightweight? Like,
They wouldn't be able to participate in the fight on the first turn, which will
anyway,
be
okay.
which will be first day, how called morning, yeah, morning. Then in the afternoon they would be able to initiate the fight, and this is the turn when loyalists would like to retreat. So it's quite okay to poke loyalists at daytime, and then we continue our fight. Yeah, I guess. Okay, I understand that the problem here is that if loyalists won't retreat, what if they would like to stay for the night and fight us, that would be a problem. But in that case, we would behave a bit differently, I guess. Maybe attack poke, but from the safe positions or something like that. Let's have a look. But from my perspective, right now, this village is quite. We are quite unable to defend one of them.
Like, I think from like some kind of amateur perspective, which I probably belong to, I would maybe record 4 dwarfs here because like it looks so scary. You need some tight stuff to counter it.
You would have to give up the village anyway, so you would just give up it. And from the other hand, your dwarves won't be able to participate in the fight in the night because loyalists will run away. So you will lose the night at all. You won't be able to push loyalists somewhere
Yeah,
far
makes
away.
sense.
So this is why I wouldn't recommend to go for full dwarves here. But maybe it's a way for some players.
Let's see what clmates did in this position.
So yeah, 2 poachers, 2 dwarfs. Griffins are running towards.
Indeed, yeah, he's sneaking in the backyard on the bottom.
Yeah, and like
Well, Loyalist kinda can use his cavalry to sneak too, because Dwarfs has the open bottom as well.
yep. And here are 2 ways. What we can do here, we could run to the bottom. For example, my one cavalry here. Units are preparing to catch 2 griffins because it's free experience and other stuff, and just lose the daytime. Or try to attack at the morning. Try to at least cover this poacher and be able to proceed with killing this poacher, maybe some other units.
Well, attacking looks like more straightforward plan, though. Like, dwarfs are now not really like not without units,
Yep.
but it's gonna be daytime, so like you kind of has to attack to do stuff.
Also, there is possibility of leader kill, you know, which is quite funny
Yeah,
too.
no blade resistance, and how much? 40,
48, even
24 x2 is for too strong. Not strong even.
even
Two
not strong.
griffins
Yeah, too.
eating everything. Kill this guy. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, we could count units, and we won't count poachers as units, and thief as units, and footpath as units. So how much units does dwarf have? One, two, three, four, griffin five, and the leader six, versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 units. So let's see.
I think Well, maybe we could count outlaws as half unit. Would be kind of more fair in a sense.
Half unit, maybe 1/3 of the unit. Yeah, it's happening only because we are counting them for the daytime because they will attack on the daytime because we are player 2 right now.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I would attack here and maybe send one or two cavalries back just to catch these griffins by a couple of spearmen. Maybe
So
spearman
you
is
don't,
bad, maybe cavalryman, additional cavalryman here.
so you don't really want uh, plunger in your bottom, so you need to do something about it.
Yeah, because even if I take one village, and kill a couple of outlaws, not that much I can continue here because there are very thick dwarfs. You already mentioned about them.
Yeah, it looked scary, but now it looks not so scary. So like you can like scrap one village, one unit, and one village, but probably advancing further would cost you too much.
Yeah. From the other hand, cavalrymen are very good versus. Oh, actually, maybe these days it's not the fact. So Griffins has minus 20%, so they do 10 damage, and strong one does also 10 damage. So, so yeah, every cavalryman is 4 times to be killed by the griffins because the most fat has 40 hit points.
40.
40, yeah, strong silent. 40 or 30, or 39, I think 40. Yeah, the silent intelligence 39, so strong 40.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe these days cavalryman is not an ideal counter versus griffins, but earlier
What's better? Like, what's better?
uh, good question. Heavy infantryman? No, no,
Well, heavy infantryman is good if you need a stationary counter, but it can't really catch up
yeah,
if
yeah,
it has to
right.
run.
Okay, it's not that
Mhm.
ideal as it was at 160.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a bit debatable question. Like I think a lot of people argued about what to do with the cavalry, reduce resistance or make it more expensive.
Or make it slow. Early versions of Ladder Era has 7 move points cavalryman.
Mhm.
So
Okay, let's see. So
he is returning back by all his units and not initiating a fight in this situation.
he like formed a line to pressure, but not really rushed during the
In
dawn.
in this situation, maybe it would be good point to start poking this resilient weak fences. So poacher pokes, this one pokes, dwarfs going to forward. Uh, yeah, dwarfs going forward.
Like
Oh,
standing with units in front of spearmen.
yeah, but if spearmen participate in this fight, they all will be dead because we have already more units actually because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, one cavalry 7. This doesn't count. This doesn't count. So it's 7 units versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and half units, 5 half units which become full units at dawn, at dusk. Also, not all spearmen will be able to participate in the fight if we start closing lines. So
Okay.
like poacher, footpath, griffin here, dwarf here.
But I wouldn't like I would say it for me it looks a bit counterintuitive.
To start poking right
Is
now?
to stay up close during the first day.
Right, right. It's
So
it's problematic thing. Also, horses are threatening to take your villages here, and you can't do much about it. Yeah, maybe it's a bad play here. And you couldn't even cover. Yeah, you couldn't even cover it in any way, right? Oh, you could, but in this case you will be under the horseman charge. Horseman charge.
Gambling, very gambling.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. I guess then in this case we would retreat to the middle of the lake again.
Pillaging not worth it.
No, because we
Further,
will lose them.
they will surround them and
Kill, yeah. Okay, we are able to take one village here and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we are able to take one village here or here. Another griffin is not able to do
another
more here.
griffin is not able. Yeah.
In this case, I would run away. Yeah, one village doesn't worth it.
Isn't worth 23 gold. Okay.
In this situation, especially. So yeah, he is flying away, preparing his defense lines, buying the Ulfsirk, and leaving the village. So loyalty would be able to take it. I guess after that we could start to poke maybe.
Yeah. Oh, the dwarvish formation is pretty tight, so the loyalist can take the village, but
Not much except from it.
like that doesn't look like it's an obvious breakthrough for loyalist right now, obviously.
If he had two strong spearmen, so they are able to kill the thief, I guess. Attack, kill one, attack poacher, just attack poacher simply. Throw a spear here, and somebody covers the lines. But it's risky, of course. But we will have two of our chargemen, horsemen, so maybe it will be harder for the dwarves to continue fight. From the other hand, it will be dawn. It will be dusk on the. No, it will not won't be dusk. It will be afternoon.
That's why.
In this case, I guess I would charge right now. Try to kill the thief. Try to poke some damage into poacher. Land some damage into dwarvish fighter. Yeah, into dwarvish fighter, or even the footpath.
And you're not really afraid that they will attack you back?
No. They would, I guess, definitely would, but maybe the first thing I would do, I would try to see what's happening here, how many units put here, maybe
That was
where's the
also
leader.
the reason why I objected coming up close, because it's just the start of the day, so they have a lot of time to attack. So yeah.
There is also a safe scenario when you take the village, and with 42 hit points, spearman, and just prepare to run away, like cavalryman, spearman, 41 hit point here, maybe footpath here, covering all the holes, and prepare to run back.
Okay.
Let's see what will Stony do.
He returned with his fencer.
Yeah,
he scouted and he didn't even like dare to grab the village.
Yeah, it's a strange thing, but okay, it's his choice. And on the other hand,
maybe he decided that he will have more stuff brought to the front during the second cycle, and his chain of cavalrymen are going to the bottom right now, so he kind of has some play, but decided to abstain from the most bloody part before he can gather more troops, I guess.
Yeah, something like that. From the other hand, every griffin is able to die from 4 hits, right? A strong one, not strong one. Okay, maybe not from the 4 hits.
You mean cavalry?
Every griffin. So you can't actually block with griffin because
Right,
if
right.
cavalryman hits twice one and twice another, so it will be 18 plus 14, it will be 32. Okay, 33 hit points will be able to stay in alive after the 4 hits from the, if it's 2 plus 2 or 1 plus 3, whereas 1 stays for strong 1. So yeah, I guess in this case we were able to cover our positions, holding the forest here with Griffin and running down this other Griffin and other stuff.
Griffin is, in a sense, an interesting unit that it's not really like, it's not objectively thin, but it feels like it doesn't hold anything. Like it's not really that low on HP compared to, I don't know,
other scouts.
Yeah, and it doesn't have much vulnerabilities except for impact.
The only problem for him is that he's very expensive, I
Yeah,
guess, and
that's
this
the
is
most limiting factor.
what makes him so weak in eyes of players. Let's see what clmates will do here. So he, I guess, is preparing the trap. So cavalrymen would initiate a fight and all will be covered somehow. But I don't believe I think it's the right idea, especially because 32 hit points, Griffin would be able to die from 2 plus 2.
He blocked their way directly, but he's risking his 23 gold.
So yeah, horseman attacks, another cavalryman attacks, another cavalryman attacks. If killed, congrats. If not killed,
Not a big one.
Merman fighter would kill from this
Oh,
side,
okay.
and also cover all the cavalrymen from the poachers because poachers wouldn't do a lot of damage in the Merman fighter. And then, yeah, you don't even have to cover anything because, yeah, only maybe put a cavalryman which is not like very fat or strong here, so you will be able to retreat using the rest of your cavalrymen. So just piece of cake. Why not to kill it?
So here we can just attack things.
Yeah, I think so.
This one.
I don't see like very high
Yeah,
retaliation
and
on this side.
on the top, well, on the top, taking the village after we didn't take it. He already covered it, so on the top we'll probably.
We would leave the trap in only one fish, so we would exchange one fish into one griffin, which is fine. Retaliation thing is a good argument, but it's the snuff. It's always has a danger of take a lot of damage on the retaliation. But yeah, maybe it's a good point. I'm still in the disbelief that maybe wrong belief that horse cavalryman takes like about 0 damage from the griffins, which is actually not true because of lower blade resistance.
It was an opinion in the chat, right?
Yeah, someone has just 15_L told us I think it's bad to attack because of retaliation and trapping.
I think it's Mato actually. So,
Oh, hi Mato.
it's his streaming channel on Twitch.
Yeah, I see. So my point is here is still the same. I would like to be able to defend my units from trapping and then continue. Maybe I don't see the way how to trap units in new position, like flying over the lake, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But this actually doesn't block government from running from the really low line of the map.
Like retreats are not really blocked.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what he did.
Yeah. He starts buying high, not the mages, which is strange for me.
So he retreats on the top, and he retreats. He full retreats.
Yeah.
Well, it's changed to dusk, so well, it has some like common sense logic, right? To hold your horses during the dusk if it's near.
Yep. So actually, dwarf doesn't lose anything during the first day, which is quite okay. First actual
Cycle.
day when Lloyd is able to attack.
Okay, okay. Oh, right. It's the second cycle already, but the first day when he can, yeah. So 15 underscore L mat. I think it was bad even when Cav was 30% blade. Now it's even worse. I guess it would be fine if he had another fish to cover, but as you can see, time of day would have been bad next turn.
Yeah. Okay. Got your point.
Yeah, so he retreated to form a line. Like dwarf. Well, dwarf probably wouldn't attack, of course. Like,
And still in this situation, I guess I would like to move my dwarf from the mountain downside, throw my footpath downside to cover the like bottom side of the map through the night time, and then free my griffin to be able to not only
you
work
want
on.
to keep the keep the bottom by cheaper units and let the flyers roam the sky
Yeah,
around the map.
not only this thing, but also the thing that they are actually pinned to the bottom right now. So they are not able to roam because in
Yeah,
case they roam, the bottom side of the map will be freed. And I
it
don't
was.
like the move with my leader to the bottom side because in this case he will be back in the middle on the front line in very long amount of time.
Okay, so
Let's continue.
yeah, so yeah, so dwarf like can do this kind of regrouping, but other than that, well, okay, let's see.
Yeah.
46 gold, by the way.
So he is a bit moving further just to push loyalists away. Prepare griffins, and we have another griffin
Griffin
and another
plus
thief.
thief.
Thief still doesn't hold the line, and my bursts are still very thin in case loyalists actually would like to attack me.
Well, thief plus griffin is kinda attacking combo.
Yeah, not the defending one. Let's see.
Is it really like? Was it worth it?
I don't think so.
Yeah, he bought another heavy infantryman. Like
Yeah, and still have.
heavy infantry. What was it justified by?
In case they are quick, I guess we should live with it because they are quick, so it's
Fearless
fine.
quick, not bad at all.
I believe maybe it's even the best heavy infantry you could have on this map because it's actually able to fight at night and it's quick.
And to reach the fight during the day.
Yeah. So let's see.
Well, dwarves are kind of in the same boat if they use dwarves with the not in the same because dwarves even having 4 move points they have much better movement pattern.
Yeah, and as you could see, he didn't recruit another dwarf to defend the bottom line, so the bottom line is still open of the whole fair game. I don't think the movement of this spearman is justified here, so it's like too much of investments in the bottom side here. Like too afraid of being attacked by griffins. I don't believe that like 3, even 4 griffins are enough to attack and
Breakthrough.
yeah, and have a clean breakthrough because even 4,
No
even
other
5 units will
forces
be
to
enough.
back
Yeah,
up them.
and you are able to have like twice more units in in the next couple of turns in the breakthrough zone, and also you would be able to trap griffins. So maybe too overinvest in the defense here in this episode. So yeah, Dwarf is trying to run back a bit using his tiny legs, and again leader did roam back and forth. If he could his position for one turn, he would have better position during daytime, because right now it's second watch, Lawyer is moving forward. At the dusk, at the dawn, they will be in the front. They would be able to take the village or start knocking in it and so on, and that's a problem. And the dwarf leader would be at that moment of time here. It's not even in the keep, but he could be in the keep on this turn if he didn't run back and forth and not recruiting units to defend this side properly. And we have mage already, so we are able to actually attack even the guardsman.
So he's preparing his second day, like third day push, and as far as I remember, the next day he will actually fight. So we'll see action pretty soon.
Yeah, and also I don't think the third fish was the right play, but maybe, but not sure.
It's under fork right now, right? It's in the keep, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
In the
There is an old joke from the golden age of the West that three fishes are for pro players, and I believe that came from the map named Silverhead Crossing.
Silverhead Crossing.
Yeah, and there it actually makes a lot more sense than here, but yeah.
Silverhead, is it that map with the tentacle, right? And it has a lot of water and pretty narrow passages.
Yeah.
So
if Loyalist starts to poke the Dwarvish Guardsman this turn, he won't be able to hold. Also, he wouldn't be able to hold next turn. So I guess in this situation, I would start to poke the strong Silent Watcher, requiring him to run away, and start to poke and attack Dwarvish Guardsman using my, I guess, heavy infantryman. And if I have some spears, yeah, I have spears, so with 42 hit points spear too. Just to make sure that he wouldn't be able to hold the line on his turn. But let's see what we will have here.
So he throws his fencer to like possibly go behind backs. He retreats from the bottom.
And again, we have empty bottom side. He moved his all his forces to be able to participate in fight. Maybe not this turn, but in a couple of turns. But that also led the opportunity for the dwarfs, which he knew he kept a lot of birds there. So it's actually again like you are basically requesting, like recreating open door for griffins.
Like allowed his counterplay on the board.
Yeah, and that's a huge problem from my perspective, because in this case the dwarves would be able to create a fork for you. You are fighting on the side, or you are giving up and giving up your villages, or you keep your villages, and in this case you will fight not in the full power. And I guess that's what will happen in this game.
A bit. Well, I think like he went with his horses, his cavalrymen from the bottom, but kinda like if he wanted them to participate in the fight, he probably should have directed them earlier. Like they won't reach. Maybe they will reach, but
earlier or using the lake side.
Yeah, and now he's kinda sent them to the fight, like without clear benefits. So probably he could hold them there, and the fight didn't really suffer from insufficient amount of units, but the bottom would be more populous on the loyalist side, and he would be able maybe to like create some tensions, pinning those units there. So more obligations for the dwarf on both sides
Right, right.
if he stayed.
Let's see the defense which dwarf will create. And yeah, he's creating
Counterplaying, he retreats to a safer line.
and I'm not sure about keeping this position because in this case you're allowing mage to be utilized. Maybe it would be better to give up this village instead, hold the line with guardsmen
Well,
here.
Porcher is also kinda like, well, one hex, yeah, right,
Yeah.
but a horseman, a lucky horseman can.
Also, another problem here is the fencer position, because fencer is not able to reach out to the village. Fencer is not able to reach out to create additional hex on any target
Mm,
here. So he's just like,
you don't think it was a well position for the fencer?
yeah. He's like, I'm flanker now in a map where you will have a lot of units on the flank. So you're actually not able to do a lot here. But with North is a game where you are able to sneak through the position in the middle of a formation, and Fencer is really good there. So yeah,
Yeah, so he would have an additional hex on the Porcher, for example, if the cavalryman like landed only one hit.
yeah. So what we have here, we have 4 griffins, point of view each team, 4 griffins, and we know about one guardsman. We don't know
At least.
about second unit.
Mhm.
In this case, I guess it would be not that hard to defend. So maybe fish here, put fish here, put colorman here, put fish here, put spear. Spear. We have spear,
Well,
no? Yeah, yeah.
maybe less sophisticated way would be like put fish in the bottom village, put someone in the
No,
in
no, no.
between.
That's a problem. That's a problem. If you defend your villages, you are not able to defend your map. So you are opening the zone, so bird can fly through your positions. But in case you
Uh,
create a formation which has no holes in it, birds actually couldn't not only reach out to your villages, but also to reach out to any position behind your
well,
birds.
maybe there is a way to create a formation on villages, like village, then a cavalryman, then a cavalryman and the village.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. You're right. Another thing is fish here, cavalryman here on this hex, cavalryman here on this hex, and spear here, and we are done. 4 units blocking 5 units, and these units are much more expensive than yours. Also, rotate your leader to the bottom side, so you would be able to grab your keep maybe a bit have a bit different position in terms of your cavalryman than
Uh,
cavalryman.
you need to be a bit careful with this leader and griffins around, but yeah.
So you would like prevent the dwarf from
Mhm.
advancement here and have all my army here. I guess if we calculate units right now, we would have a disaster. Let's calculate every outlaw as 1/3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total of like 3 units. 4, 5, 6, 7 units. 8. Okay, 8. 8 units. 4 griffins, even in 2 turns. Yeah, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 units versus mine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we have lots of units, lots of position, time of day. So literally no reason not to kill everything here. And as far as I know, Fenter have a good chance to kill the Ulfserk. So
I
it's
think it was
yeah,
here or the next turn. It would be what he did.
yeah.
Yeah, probably single moves here. It makes sense. Oh, so he even decided to like more active kind of defense.
6, 7 units at the
Oh,
bottom, 8 units at the bottom.
that was probably too much, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't use his. Maybe for the better, he didn't use his horseman to attack the poacher. That was like
Bite.
trying to.
It was a good bite.
Yeah.
So here we could actually attack the dwarvish fighter if you wouldn't send everything here on the mountain and then cover the hex in front of him and hex with the hill, so bird wouldn't be able to reach it, and then this fighter would be already damaged quite a lot. So would be able to utilize in a good way our we would be able to utilize our mage in a good way.
It's interesting what's the chance, but we probably don't want to like pause for looking. He killed, but like it's basically an exchange kind of thing. It
Yeah.
turned out. Yeah.
So Griffins did
Defense.
quite well. They required a lot of loyalist units to regroup, so we would able and we are able to use them in our fight here already. So I guess some kind of rotation here, maybe try to trap loyalist unit or cut their formation in halves.
So right
Cover.
now, loyalists' position on the top looks like potentially disastrous in a sense. Like if he didn't handle it well and got surrounded and couldn't retreat.
Yeah, and lots of units will be
Mm,
surrounded.
There is a potential. Just poking. Took some damage, but damaged as well. What the Griffins do? They just retreated without joining the fight on the top.
Yeah, Griffins are covering each other. Maybe it's a good way here.
Ah, okay, yeah.
But
To
9
protect.
plus 9 plus 7 is not enough to kill this bird. So maybe it's too much. Maybe it would be better to throw them a bit further here, so they would be able to participate in killing this group this turn. Another thing is maybe it will be great play here to cut the retreat part of the loyalist, basically covering this hex here with the guard, cover the hex with the village with our fighter, and use our poacher here. Maybe not, yeah,
Mhm.
use our poacher here because it's 39 points. So let's see what will be happening
He
here.
used. He used.
Yeah, but he didn't cut, and he
Didn't
have his
cut the
cut.
retreat path. He standed. He standed with the C, but okay. Loyalists decided to take down some units, I believe,
Yeah,
as far as he can.
he can kill thief, he can kill poacher. He moved all his like very deadly horses, so they're not able to participate. Like they lost the whole day, basically.
Like he could have leave all those horsemen on this side and to maybe kill dwarf
Yeah.
if he would be lucky
No,
with hits.
not only the dwarf, like they kill the whole big half of this army. So
Mhm.
I believe this is like very generous gift on his side to the dwarf side. Maybe this is a good exchange because we are able to kill this poacher here.
Yeah, like we don't allow this experience to be stacked by some unit that will level eventually. Like
And I'm not sure here regarding as far as I know, as far as I believe, he would use his horsemen, his cavalrymen to try to kill this intelligent fighter, which is not high chance to kill.
and
And
well,
also give up this village, yeah. So Knalgans would be able to retake it and also trap a lot of units, or end trap, I
And
mean.
give up his cavalryman, like
Yeah, maybe it would be
let him
better not to
go.
do this, but like somehow try to keep the formation, at least not lose this village, and take
Cover the mage, like, or take the village.
keep the village, take another village, so would have like more money in next turn, more gold.
Yeah, he does this, and he suffered from. We'll see. We'll see with this guy actually that attacked on the bottom, which was a strange move actually. Like he attacked, and I think he wouldn't support him. He just will move his forces up.
It's a thing which happens quite often. Like you try to do something, you see that it didn't.
So, but what he could have been trying to do,
Instead,
like,
no, not attack here, just to move
yeah,
everything up.
no, like you were talking about, you often do something, start doing something, then you like have unlucky rolls on the start, and you give up because if it didn't start it, you can't finish it, so you don't have to waste resources further. But in this situation, it's not clear to me what he was trying to achieve with this attack.
Oh, this is a mystery for me too. Sorry, couldn't help here.
Maybe misclick, but I don't know.
Yeah, maybe something like this.
Okay.
I'm also not sure about instant retreat from his Dwarvish fighter. Maybe it would be better to keep him because if there is one target for one hit, I would be able to use his chances.
It
Right
was
now there are
probably
lots of targets. Yeah, we are able to
the Dwarf retreat was probably an automatic move.
yeah, something like that. So we are able to take the village, trap 1, 2 units, kill these two, or at least try, plus 2, 4 units, 5 units here. Maybe infantryman is able to retreat. He's not able to retreat, it's already trapped using this village and this position. So 5th unit trapped. This unit is almost dead. Plus 1 unit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units to be killed. Maybe not in one turn,
Um,
but a couple of turns.
and the stats right now is 1-1.
For 2,
Oh, we. Yeah. I forgot something. Yeah, for two, but for two, if we take down 7, like it would be for 2, it would be 4-9. Okay.
and also
Looks promising.
and also we are able to use our leader to attack units, which is also
Yeah,
quite good.
leader is near.
Yeah.
Like loyalists, elite cavalry was just riding here and there without like actually using their power. The
Yeah.
chargers.
Let's see how they will utilize this position. So here from this position I will try to kill it using my resilient intelligent dwarf.
Let's see. No, he decided to level up immediately.
Yeah, it's also a good opportunity, but maybe you could like prepare this opportunity somewhere else, like
Okay.
fifth attacking this one, then continue with this one.
Well,
Uh,
if he, well, it's always kind of philosophical thing that if he did what we were discussing, what we are discussing now as his option, if he did that, he wasn't lucky,
yeah,
then we would be talking that he could have probably done it this way. It would be more safer. Why he didn't go this way? So it's kind of, yeah.
let's see. Um, I'm not sure here because strong quick is not very healthy one. So even if we kill this mage, we have a quite a big chance that we won't be able to level up this thief because it's very easy to be killed. And in that situation, I would start with backstabbing attack because
To,
it could kill single-handedly from one hand, from the
but
other hand.
possibly give XP to another unit that is not likely to die that soon.
Yeah. Retake the village, I guess it would be much more important in this situation. This unit is dead man walking anyway, so maybe to attack it from the other side, so it wouldn't be able
Well, to
to
be
run away.
honest, in this game, what we'll see later is that, and what caused clmates a lot of trouble, is that, yeah, this thing, by the way, it what you were watching yourself and heavily criticized because, like, he could have used just dwarf and guardsman
Yeah,
by like exposing guardsman a bit further
yeah,
without needing to spend his griffin on this trapping. I believe it's kind of like automatic move as well because you don't really like your gut feeling is not to put dwarves on 30% without reasons. So he's like standing on heels by this gut feeling, but the guardsman wasn't in danger of getting killed or so.
yep.
Probably. Also,
Also in such case, we would have more of our birds in the top of the map,
yeah.
which would
And
participate in this fight and so on.
and what I wanted to say, but post for commenting about this guardsman and government situation, and that seal what caused clmates a lot of trouble and a lot of trouble is that I think in a lot of situations he was just too focused on killing units instead of grabbing villages. That we'll see further in the game. He was just like, I don't know, rushing for kills when he could just take villages.
Let's see what's happening next. I was thinking like maybe his idea is that I would keep my I would defend this village with my full health Griffin Rider, but it seems to me that even a bit injured, this Griffin Rider was healthier than this 24 hit points one. So this also does make lots of sense for me. So yeah, we are covering everything here. Our dwarf formation is infinite, and this fighter is keeping this side for how much turns? I guess a lot. And also, you see, loyalists are able to retreat and keep his units alive.
They
So
have safe passage.
yeah, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, like uh, 1, 2, 3, 3 units are free to go, which is quite a
Well,
lot.
in a sense, this cavalry that wasn't doing much now covers the retreat, but the question is if they were actually in fight, maybe that retreat wasn't necessary at all.
Yep, yep. Or at least it would be a retreat when you don't have to cover anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's play turn, full turn, because not much to discuss here. Just to keep.
He let his cavalry die against Griffin. Maybe well, it was also debatable choice. Maybe he was he wanted to prevent Thunder from uh, gathering this XP. Maybe I don't know. Like in a sense, he gave him an extra tempo because he mm, gave him this experience, but maybe giving this experience on another unit was made sense too. Like not on the unit that clmates probably wanted this XP to be.
Yep. From the other hand, it also would lock some units of a dwarf for quite a longer time. Right now, they are just able to retreat. Here we are playing a game of hide and seek. And also here is another idea is that if you cover this hex, you will slow heavy infantry very much.
By forcing it to go first.
Yeah, and we are
And
not
he's
doing
not
it
like, since he decided not to go, like,
just to keep his experienced thief alive.
plays it safe.
Yeah. You know, players sometimes too cautious.
Well, they're too cautious when they can be aggressive, and they are too reckless when they should be a bit more cautious. Like, that kind of thing happens all the time, and probably in this game we'll see it enough. But it's easy to criticize sitting in the like calm room without pressure of timer or like just pressure of the game and seeing things as they had done and comment with a smart face that you should have done this or that.
Uh, and again, we have an empty bottom, like the third time during this game. At least this time, I guess we are able to capture this Griffin, right? Using our 39 hit points fish. And 39 hit points is actually very cool because it's able to stay alive for quite a while. And from the other hand, we are able to capture not only him but Guardsman too. And we have an heavy infantry nearby, which will be able to deal a lot of damage to the Dwarf Guardsman and to Griffin Rider. So I guess it could be this turn could be a turning point for the loyalist. And he has five fishes. Five fishes. Oh my god, this is great. What we could do here? Could we advance here or do something? I guess not that much. I guess in this situation, I would personally recommend to throw a lot into this zone, try to gain some benefit from this. This unit is not intended to attack, I guess. And no, he's attacking, and right now he's heavily wounded. The problem with 39 hit point Merman Man is that he is 3 times to be attacked by strong Griffin to be killed, and captured Griffin is a strong one, so it's a wrong move from my perspective. If he didn't attack, it will be quite dangerous for Griffins to engage here because they also would be able to be killed in next turn. But right now it's quite a different situation.
He kinda lost patience and made one impulsive choice and got a lot of damage.
I'm not sure about this move here, I guess. The problem is that horsemen and other units are able to go through water. And this is a flat, like fort hex. So horseman is able to use this hex and attack this intelligent, strong thunderer and kill it from one hex.
Well, he suffered a lot of damage too, like.
Yeah, but he has some formation here.
Ah, yeah, he fire. In the end, he like got some formation and got a kill.
Yeah, and I'm quite curious about this position. I guess the reasoning behind this move is following. You are not allowing an enemy to have a bigger amount of hexes on your units. Because what if enemy kills this griffin from 3 hexes and then throw his horseman in the water and kill your second Griffin rider, and you are left with two dwarfs out of position.
Kind of like more keeping this formation more tight, and he dispatches one Griffin from the top to assist as well.
Wow,
Still poking.
he tried to keep the okay. So basically, what's happened to the mage, which was 20 gold unit? He was wasted to be open to the thief, right?
Well, he killed the thief, I believe, but
And was
was
that
killed as well.
was revenged by another thief.
Mm.
So
He can.
so here
Yeah.
I guess the idea was that 10 hit points, Spearman is able to be dead from 2 hexes by 7 strikes. But no luck here. Regarding this move, maybe it would be better for him not to continue his movement with Dwarvish Guardsman and first to see like how this fight will finish.
Mm-hmm.
But uh, it was too early. I would like to discuss this position before in advance. So I would try to kill this one unit and be able to freeze this spear, so spear would run back. And in this such case, this guardsman would be catched and other stuff. So maybe it wasn't a great move to just to attack here.
But he just attacked and died from retaliation. Like he could do this first and retreat.
Yeah.
What he did now. Well, the guardsman is dead.
Another idea is that you going not to kill units, but to damage all like the most of enemy units, so they wouldn't be able to defend properly. I do understand that injured units damage as much as healthy ones, but it's much harder to decide to attack with injured units or to keep injured units in the line, because in such case all the formation would be fallen very easily, and the enemy would like solve the puzzle how I would kill every your unit or like lots of your units in one turn.
He kills one Griffin.
Maybe start with heavy infantryman here, because he's actually able to kill any griffin in 2 hits, any griffin which is presented in the battlefield.
Okay, so don't waste your fish if it's not needed to be wasted.
Yeah. And in that case, if it was like implemented, he wouldn't be able to catch it, right? Yeah, because of formation. Okay.
So it's more or less about like trying to optimize in smaller, not that smaller details. But okay.
I'm not sure about reducing this pretty healthy guard Barvish fighter.
From the mountain.
From
Like
the
he's
mountain.
kinda contracting his position.
Yeah.
A bit probably wanted to.
Tanky thief.
24 XP. Quick thief.
Okay, before this fish moves further, maybe I would try to kill this one, because my horseman can charge and do 20, how much, no, 22, 80 damage to the Thunderer. Thunderer is 14 hit points in this case, and my Merman fighter is strong, so if he hits twice, this one could finish it. Also this unit could like do quite a lot of damage. Also, I could prepare my, I don't know, another heavy infantryman or someone like him, because this guardsman could be dead, like not in 1 turn, not in 2 turns, but maybe in a matter of 5 or 6 turns. He's already on my part of the map, right? Because this is a median of the map, and he's behind this median on my side. I guess the idea behind this move is that in case I do at least one hit. No, one hit is not enough.
22.
Yeah. It will be 23 hit points after my one hit, so this one wouldn't be able to finish it in one hit.
2 hits at least.
Yeah, at least 2 hits, and this is already quite a lot. Yeah, so I would personally try to attack this one. What to do on this side? What to do on this side? Try to kill outlaws as much as I can, I guess. And I should be able to do that a lot. Also, this dwarf is in a very dangerous position because I'm able to use my charger on it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see how it goes. So I lost 2 of my fishes and charger. Okay.
Charged.
In this case, I guess there's no point to continue defending this position like on before actual front lines, and I have to prepare my new units like unit here, I guess leader here, retreat my heavy infantryman to prepare his hit point to the dawn, to the dusk again, yeah. Let's see what's happening here. Yeah, okay, this is also a good point, because there is no more griffins who are able to deal damage to my leader. All the other units have to face my huge resistance versus pierce damage. Actually, Javeliner has
Except
40%
footpads,
pierce
but they
damage.
don't deal damage. Минут 5, она 40 ходов идет.
Ladies and gentlemen, and we are back. Actually, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Alright. Let's continue.
Let's continue. Yeah. I guess in case we initiated this fight, took this village, and actually cut the dwarf position in 2 sides, so we have bottom dwarves and upper side dwarves, I guess I would like to do as much damage as I could. Yeah, I do understand that I'm risking to level another poacher next turn, but I guess this is the price I have to pay. 8, 8. We don't have any horsemen here with 9 damage. Yeah, we don't have it. We could, in case we kill this unit and this unit, I guess we are able to reach out. Yeah, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
He probably will just spend his spare, I guess, no?
Yeah, I guess we should spend spare. Okay, we spend it. Right now we created a situation where we have 2 hexes here. If we kill it, we will have 2 hexes here. I guess we have to try it out. I'm not sure about going after this Thunderer because of 70% because 70% defense. Maybe kill Thief here, reduce the chances of it to be level up. The problem is that we don't have much units with 12 damage in the heat at daytime, only 1 spear left.
Okay, let's move on. So he tries, doesn't. Well, that was pretty brave. No, not brave, but like pretty ambitious.
I pretty like when people do the following things: they go away and return to the position, like taking a charge before attack. And I guess Horseman is not in use this turn, right? Or he will be charging this.
Maybe. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he killed. But.
What bad? It's already dusk, so Kulanganians units become outlaws, become actual units.
He may try to. Maybe he would level.
Yeah, he would level for sure. Especially in case we don't have additional charger be able to reach out to our formation. I personally believe if you like kill this one or just zone it away, we have this poacher able to level up in any case.
Kills him.
I guess in this case he would go for level up, yeah.
Ah, he went. He leveled here.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Not retake the village, wow. Only to deal a bit of damage here. Interesting. Fishes and horsemen don't go through the mountains. Oh, yeah, they don't go through the mountains.
Yeah. No moves at all. He retook with the griffin.
Yeah, he's able to took with the griffin, yeah. So he trapped one. I'm not sure here about this move because, like, what if not? Yeah, and we happen to have situation.
and it didn't.
So it's another situation where loyalists can continue their game, especially because when, as it was taught on an old guide from the Snow Life website, if you see a dwarf on a flat, just go for it. Especially if you can cover your units.
Cover your ass.
And we are back. Sorry again. Yeah, in this case, I would continue my fight here, trying to kill all this group, take this village. Yeah, take this village. I guess this would be the main result of my fight. Because even at nighttime, trapper I am able to be dead. Or these new trappers, I guess they're stronger than before, right?
Their melee is buffed.
Yeah, okay. Maybe I'm not that optimistic here.
Oh, you'll see.
At least here, if you're doing such a maneuver, I would try to move further for one hex to be able to utilize all my units in case of bad luck.
He uses his another 50L Mata. So, what do you think about Porches? I think they do feel a bit too strong, considering that from on 116 they got +1 HP buff, which is quite huge against some factions like Orcs, and now Trapper is +1 melee damage.
Good question, very good question. From my perspective, like, you know, my broken hands and other stuff, I still believe that the dwarves are one of the weakest factions in the game. And as far as I understand, they like their matchup versus rebels, where they are superior, is not impacted by this change. Like, yeah, okay, they were stronger, and this change doesn't affect it like almost at all. Regarding other matchups, they had weaker matchup versus orcs, and this is quite like this is better that they're able to defend right now properly, like have more options, right? They have weaker position versus drakes, and this also helps versus them a lot. They have weaker position versus loyalists, and it also good that because poachers are used in that matchup, and they have stronger position versus undead. At least as community have had such impression. before the ladder era and before the understanding that maybe mass ghost is the key. And poacher wasn't that much in use before the era of mass ghost. And in case of mass ghost era, I guess but era I'm meaning like the understanding, the meta, yeah, mass ghost meta. So in case of mass ghost meta, we believe that undead are superior in matchup versus Knalgan Alliance, and poacher is the response to this, which is quite also a good change. Yeah, at least for poacher side. When it comes
So
to the second level, maybe it would be an overkill, but yeah, it may be overkill, maybe. Still, the question: how would you get this unit?
Well, Porcher's pretty fast leveling.
Yep.
One.
Yep.
And
Agreed.
Trapper was always believed to be a weak leader, for example.
Yep. So, in case of just giving some plus hit points to the Trapper, it would be quite alright. Like, good
Well,
buff.
Trapper get damage. So
But
it's...
damage is a problem, yeah. Because it's like plus 4 damage per round.
Yeah,
Exactly.
in melee, so it's like a universal soldier.
Yeah.
Fights on both ranges. He continues in the chat. I feel like Nalga getting overbuffed considering 23 gold griffin, Porcher plus 1 HP is already a huge development because the HP helps quite a lot versus non-strong grunts. Anyway, I think it will be more clear when you see Master Bao VC Aira.
Yeah, we have plans for this round. I haven't seen any of their replays yet, so it will be quite a surprise for me. So stay tuned. Yeah.
Okay, let's see what in this game. It's pretty long way still. It's like half. We saw a half or a bit more than a half. So killed a lot.
Yeah. Killed a lot, and
Dwarves.
as we could see, uh, Dwarfs units are
Well,
much more expensive, so it's like two spearmen difference between
yeah,
kills and
he killed
losses.
a lot. Like in numbers, he equalized kinda, but in price, a bit more. Like Griffins.
And also all this big army on the bottom, maybe not that great now. But another problem is here for loyalists, is that lots of their units are dead man walking.
Wounded.
Yeah, because Griffin will go and kill them, go and kill them, go and kill them. And Master Griffin is quite a killer machine, 51 hit points,
10 moves. 10
stronger
moves.
attack, and moves.
10 moves.
Yeah, and moves plus 2 moves is quite a lot. So
Okay.
let's see what they will do here. Another
What
thing is
here?
his northern army is almost dead. He had only 4
Well,
units, so they're able to kill units. Right, I get it. It's a very good position for them. But the army itself is dead. There is no army anymore. There are a couple of
it will take
refugees.
it will take a pretty unexpected turn, I think, from what you may expect seeing this.
Okay, there is 9 for ball, so I guess this one will be attacked and dead. Yeah, okay, I will continue. Sorry. I guess I will try to kill this horseman because it does quite a lot of damage. I'm not sure about killing the infantryman because it's not a problem because there is no good hex for them to cover. I would just cover the hill and they are not able to run anywhere, right? Maybe try to attack or damage do something to the spearman. And I'm not sure how to utilize here the thief. Maybe thief would be able to finish off the horseman, right? Like my full hit point bowman go into the trapper, go into the flat. Yeah, I know it's dangerous, but I would go for it and finish off with my thieves, and then use the wounded trapper to, to kill the spearman or at least to cover it. Go from the mountain, starting to damage intelligent resign spear, things like that.
Let's see, I think. Like, will be a lot of different things that will happen. Like, I'm afraid a bit that it's not really possible to be that detailed to be quick. But we'll see.
The problem with this decision moving here is that what if you didn't hit like 4 times? What if you hit 2 times? And in this case,
Maybe
this would be able to finish, but
he hit 4 times and then the opportunity arose. So like it was probably more like impromptu of some kind. Like
I'm not sure about continuing doing this. Yeah, I know you are clearing your way, so you're not that much wounded forces would be able to retreat. But what if not to go all for it, you know? Another thing is maybe he was and he wasn't. Maybe he's still able to kill this one. Like hit at least once with this attack, and then this one could finish it off.
I think he will kill. As far as I remember, there were no
Yeah, he hit exactly
rogues in this
what
game.
I said. Yeah.
There were a lot of interesting units here, but no rogues.
Yeah, let's continue. So right now is game of finishing off units.
Both sides have like wounded guys all around the board. They just like he got
Gave up another village here.
another heavy infantry. He's trolling, says in the chat.
Heavy infantryman is a pretty good unit for this matchup, you know. I'm still believe in high. I see it's Matt. Okay. Yeah, I thought that you know what's the replic we have in the chat.
It was a reply in the chat, not in the ops chat, but in the stream chat.
Yeah, it's quite a big chat. Let's see what's happening
I feel like not on that moment, whatever it means.
And again, this fish is trapped. Another experience for some unit, and I guess it would be this one, right? Ah, no, I think in this case I would try to go for a level 3 trapper.
Okay, let's see.
And again, clmates create the situation where they leave their units in the middle of on the map. Maybe it's a good way for them because they're actually blocking some of loyalist units to be able to reach out to the front line. At least they create the fork. And maybe this gamble may finish this. And maybe this gamble is actually good because there is not that much of loyalist forces in the top of the map. So if you finish them all off, lawyers would actually lost all the north. Yeah, please continue.
To be honest, at this point, it's became the last 2 turns were kind of mad, so all of both sides got a lot of kills and finishes. So, well, dwarf seems a bit better here, probably. Like, why not?
Good question. Dwarf at least
It's not clear who is better, to be honest. Like,
I think Dwarf has better position right now. They're able to finish off a couple more units. They're able to start to stealing the villages in the top of the map. Like you have to finish off this unit, and I guess do some damage here or maybe kill this one, and you are able to
Yeah,
spoil this
like
village, then this village, then this village, then this village, and other stuff.
and several turns ago it seemed that dwarf is near eliminated in the north, but now it turned another way. Yeah, I think maybe here he would be lucky, but I think there will be. Yeah, here he was reasonably lucky, but further in the game he will have definitely at least once a situation where he spent 6 high-level units on killing one spear instead of pillaging. We'll see it in a moment. And the loyalist is pushing through the bottom. And as far as I remember, this push will be very successful, but we'll see. So the north is kinda for a moment lost to the loyalist, so he's leveling units. This was pretty risky, and the leader kill, I think a possible leader kill was here, but loyalist, I think loyalist didn't
Didn't went for it.
didn't went for it. I think maybe like I don't really remember if fish plus lucky heavy infantry would finish the dwarvish leader, but he didn't went for it anyway, I believe. Anyway, we'll see.
If he hits, how much damage will he create? 11.
11 plus
7-3. 7-3.
11 plus 6
So 11
extra.
damage is 21 hit points. So there is 21 hit points beast. If you, I would go for it. I would go for it for sure.
Okay, let's see. Well, he continues logically. He continues. This side became emptied by dwarves. They concentrated on the north, so he is logically advancing there.
And he's not able to grab this village anyway. But he's able to steal this village.
Yeah.
Sorry.
In the north, loyalist was near eliminated. Like he has a slim chance, maybe not so slim, to kill the leader, and this move with the leader was probably a very risky choice, like attacking the heavy infantry and receiving a lot of retaliation, but I think he didn't go for leader kill at all, although this heavy infantry is trapped, so what would you possibly do with it? Well, you can try to kill a dwarvish fighter, of course, but this heavy infantry is dead anyway. So trying leader kill was, if it's possible, was probably a decent choice. And yeah, loyalist has some counterplay on the bottom. Can take some villages. If he really wants to do something else, is leveling on Griffin. Like, do you mean killing this level 2 Griffin to level? Is that what you can suggest for the north, right? Yeah, sure. Well, kind of spoiling, he will be able to take a lot of space in the bottom, actually, like a lot of villages. And his attack on the bottom, like he has one unit against. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, 4 of them are fishes, but still, there are a lot of waterways that allow pillage in the bottom sides, even with fishes. Maybe not so efficiently, but still efficiently enough to take a lot of income from the dwarves. We have 21 gold. Villages are equal right now, but we'll probably steal the upper village, I believe, next turn. This. Well, Mata proposed instead of leader kill, try to level up someone against killing level 2 grief. So, yeah. No, he went for this kind of, like, he killed one dwarf, surrounded Griffin, like, still he is against a horde of dwarves. His fish is near leveling, but... So they make his fish leveled, but suffer like half HP left already. Here on the bottom, like, what can you do possibly with one unit? You need to retreat with your leader, recruit some units to retake the side, and that's what can you do. Nothing more else. I think he won't buy on the bottom. He will buy in the center. Probably. The center is closer to him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's still not reaching the center. So the second fish leveled and one trapper dead. So more peel engine on this side. Is igorbat muted? The question in the chat. Okay. So he levels another trapper, takes 2 villages on the north. Well, here it looked pretty promising for the dwarf, like his position on the north is very strong, but what would complicate things for clmates is that he will spend a lot of time on trying to kill units. I think he would, but it's a bit later. We'll see it a bit later. So now the loyalist's turn. So they probably will continue pillaging the bottom with their fishes and like trying to do something to stop the dwarvish invasion. On the top, like killed one thunderer, but anyway. So dwarf has 78 gold. Not too many villages lost yet, but more lost villages to come. Right now it's 9 of 20, but it's 9 out of 20 because we took 2 villages out of loyalist on the top side. So it's like 3 villages should have been lost on the bottom right now. And we don't have any units, so we see nothing. Anyway, soon the most interesting things, like the most dramatic things, will start soon, I guess. So probably level 2. Okay, let's see. Level 2. It's level 1. Level 1. Okay. So the level 3 marksman, huntsman with marksman ability. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it will go. It would be pretty unexpected, I guess, how this will. Yeah, he. Well, for some reason, in what follows next, he wasn't actively trying to take back villages, instead on concentrating on direct fighting and killing, which will cost him a lot. You'll see. So, loyalist takes full grab. Yeah, and 5 villages the dwarf has now, and and he will go with everyone on that spearman, which, well, here okay, but 4 misses by the marksman, so this spearman was saved for 1 turn at least. Well, still, they're able to recruit. Still, dwarf's position seems pretty advantageous. So even if nothing is gained, you can retreat and retain your. But what he will try to do is to he tries to take down this, and he succeeds in the end, but his level 3 huntsman will be dead because it's exposed to 3 spears. Well, here he tries to deal with the consequences of this pillage. So This guy is dead. It will be dead this very turn, and levels immediately into Swordman, and it looks pretty different now, yeah? Not so lost. Yeah, he spent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units on this spear, while he could have maybe just grabbed the back village and like either retreat or infiltrate here and there. No, he some reason like was in a kind of like probably it's psychologically kind of hard to like drop this fight and not try to damage opponent's units, especially when you had such a big advantage just recently, and like it's disappearing, but you are not really ready to accept that. Well, that well actually, honestly, that was pretty unlucky that he missed 4 times on that spearman several turns ago with his huntsman. But unluck happens. And he's leveling up, yeah. Like, yeah, it's kinda... They're not really cautious, but the other thing is that, like, when you... Probably I felt that myself in some games, but when you get a level 2 units, you desire to fight, because like, oh, I have so strong unit. So I have to fight and kill his guys because I have such strong unit. Yeah, yeah. Every time. They upgrade their armor with each level. The Dwarvish Lord has 40 blade in addition to that, so the armor is really supreme. It's interesting that in the end he managed to like deal with that back pillaging by loyalist. Maybe because of this reason. Okay. So yeah, he dealt successfully with that with what he had in the bottom. On the top, the situation got kinda out of hand, so he was having a decent advantage, and now loyalist recruiting and killing units and exchanging was able to mitigate his advantage. So they kinda like exchanged missed opportunities in a sense with each other. Yeah, like it's psychologically hard to retreat, and of course he wasn't like considering this kind of unluck that can happen with 4 out of 4 misses. And yeah, but it was an option to retreat and like save his advantage. Maybe he also could, but here dwarf probably finally prevails in the end. So he finally started pillaging, loyalist lost his income sources in the pillaged bottom of the dwarvish leader is taking the castle in the loyalist side, and he's already 12 villages out of 20, so loyalist is in a bad spot again. It's in a complicated at least, and now dwarf managed to get units to cover everything, so pillaging the top ain't gonna work. Well, he wouldn't have enough time. The problem is he wouldn't have enough time. Like, the dwarf's leader is already in your backyard, recruiting units actively and having a lot of villages. So he has like 14 villages right now. Well, that was kind of risky, but in the end he will kill. But why not soften with the dwarvish fighter? That was risky. If that wolf died and that bowman leveled, it would have been risky, but he decided to risk, and the risk kind of paid off. No, he still has like no time. 13 villages, and pillaging just isn't going to. Well, he tries to do it, but it won't bring him golden time. Like 13 villages right now, dwarf recruits units right at your nose. So, and he managed to bring his forces up as well. At least from different from different people and from different stages, maybe. Probably and he probably GG'd here after level 3. In second level 3 in the game, another outlaw fugitive, and he resigned. That's pretty lost. Well, maybe if so, maybe we can make some brief conclusions on what we can learn from this game and why it was so terrible. Yeah. And more probably you should be more decisive about where you want your units to go, because loyalists spend a lot of his forces oscillating between top and bottom without actually participating in the fight. Well, I think another point here related to this lake on this map is that you should try to defend your position, your villages against pillaging in the most efficient way. Like we saw how loyalist, he brought half of his army to cover the bottom from 4 griffins, and that wasn't the best way. We were discussing that he could do this with like 4 units and he brought 6 or 7. And probably the last point for this game is don't be too like when you get strong levels, don't be too reliant on it. Like don't rush things. Try to cool your head and yeah, this lost games too. This lost games too when you get an advantage of levels and don't attack. Yeah. Okay. Really, that's quite a long game, quite a long video. So I think we may finish it here. Thanks for watching. Yeah. Bye bye.